Yo, it's Austin. If you haven't seen a Pixar movie, there's a high chance that you might be dead inside, and you should probably go to the doctor and get that checked out. But since you most likely have seen a Pixar movie, we're gonna talk about Disney Pixar games today. And there's a bunch, so I just picked a couple out. Oh, that's okay.
And just a few because honestly a lot of these are just shovelware. Look at Finding Nemo for example. It starts as a straight up baby's first platformer, or like a really bad Echo the Dolphin. And Echo's not even good, so it's like double bad. And like Echo, it's stupid hard in certain segments, so it's kinda like not a good time. Look at Marlon's face. Look at his stupid, wide-eyed Sonic Adventure 1-ass face.
Sonic Speed!
There's also Cars on the PS2, which is technically a video game. I mean, you drive and stuff, and there's racing that you do in order to progress to other races that have harder racing until you eventually win the game. Actually, I just played it for like 30 minutes and got bored.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm pumped.
Now, I enjoy the movie Monsters, Inc., so first up on our chopping block is Monsters, Inc. Scream Team.
Oh, Scream Team is made by the lovely developers at Artificial Mind and Movement, who are responsible for such hits as Naughty Bear, Monster House, Wet, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Circle of Spies, and Fallout Shelter. So the PlayStation 1 version of this game actually came out a few days prior to the movie and served as an advertisement. Like, actually, the opening cinematic is straight up the trailer for the movie with the fucking release date. Scream Team is supposed to serve as a prequel to Monsters, Inc., a documentation of the training that Sully and Mike went through. There's no Boo, no true villains, not even really a plot. It's just like, hey, go train at Scare Island! It's thrilling, really. There's not even any new story sequences or anything to really show you what's going on. You're just tossed into this horrifying looking world straight out of 32-bit hell and told to go get bronze medals. Do it, you 4-year-old piece of shit! Oh yeah, this game is made for the littlest of babies. With things being easy enough to control, you're never really in danger. All you have to do is collect some ooze until you're bad enough to scream at fake robot children. Why ooze gives you that power is completely beyond me, but these annoying sound effects make me want to kill myself. In a game based off of scaring little children for life energy, I'm really confused as to why they made the biggest part of the game a freaking QuickTime event. You're subjected to slamming your face into your controller as horribly bit-crushed audio clips play and slowly drain your will to live. This wouldn't be so bad if this wasn't the entire game. Yeah, you basically go through all these levels, collecting ooze, scaring kids, and moving forward until you've unlocked enough medals to go back to these levels with new abilities and scare more kids. That's it. Anytime you beat a level, you're shown a little preview of the movie in FMV form, but it's pointless because it's all shown without context. So are there any rewards for playing through this game besides seeing clips from a movie you've already seen? Well, you get to graduate. Yay.
Next up, we got A Bug's Life for the PS1, and I actually played this game when I was younger on the PC, so it'll be interesting to see how it fares on a console.
Strangely enough, despite being released years prior, A Bug's Life is a much more thought-out experience than Monsters, Inc. Things start in a hurry as you're controlling Flick delivering food for the grasshoppers.
Ant Island.
Hey, they got the original voice actors, not bad.
Ant Island.
Okay, maybe that was a glitch. Bug's Life actually controls pretty well. You've got a simple goal to get to the end of each level, and the collectathon aspect seems to be purely optional. Pick up things if you want for that 100%, but it ain't necessary. Everything's all fine and dandy until the second fucking level when suddenly... Jump scares in a children's game. This is great. This is great. This is good.
Excuse me.
But if you sit down and actually fight them, they kinda just die. Flick can throw different types of berries that are pretty damn overpowered. I'm not sure if he was the only one capable of pulling fruit out of his ass, but you'd think that the ants would easily overpower the grasshoppers with their numbers. They're not threatening like they are in the movie. Also, the first boss encounter with Thumper is a fucking joke.
Yeah!
I did it. Soon after that, we're flying on dandelions. It's cool to see some variety in a game like this, even if it is a bit easy. And it's a good thing that the next level turns into a fucking shoot 'em up. You better mash the attack button, cause there's no moment to rest. Oh, also the level design gets out of whack here, cause suddenly you're playing Doom or Turok the Dinosaur Hunter with tons of branching paths. And it's right here when I learned that everyone's favorite tiny and lovable ant Flick never shuts up!
Mega homing berry! This I can use, bloodsucker. Bye-bye, Bucky. Oh!
Oh good, now I'm fighting an invisible bird. No, wait, there he is. Yeah, this is great. This is good. From here on, it's just really shitty level design in the game. Everything is ugly. I don't know where the fuck to go, and I don't want to play this anymore. I mean, just look at it. I spent way too long running in circles because there's no sense of direction and gates that require a certain amount of grain to pass. It's such a gamey game, and it's gross. And it's rude to me as a gamer. That's right, Disney's A Bug's Life. You're rude.
But nothing comes close to the rudeness presented by the next game I'm going to talk about. This is one of the most unforgiving, unpolished pieces of shit I've ever played in my life. This one rivals Drake of the 99 Dragons in its horrible unplayability. You know I'm talking about Toy Story. For the Super Nintendo.
Any adult, teenager, or child who played Toy Story upon release must have felt actually cheated for spending money. It's like going out to a restaurant and asking for a bowl of soup only to be handed a can of Campbell's and a fuck you. At least give me a can opener. Toy Story makes fucking Ninja Gaiden look like a Kirby game. How did Traveler's Tales, responsible for the excellent Mickey Mania, fuck up their very next game? I should explain. So I think that they wanted to imitate that faux 3D graphics style that Rare brought forth with the Donkey Kong Country franchise. But instead we got this very scary looking and awkwardly animated Woody. And as a sacrifice for that failed experiment, the music's all jumbled up and there's a complete lack of a death animation. Actually, instead, anytime you run out of health, the screen just fades to black and you're dead. This game is hard. Like, stupid hard. Let's call it grand hard. First off, you have a maximum of 5 lives on the easiest setting. No continues, no passwords. If you happen to die, it's back to the beginning of the game. Apparently they took passwords out of the American version of this game because we're so good. And what makes it hard? The lack of a proper and sensible control scheme toppled by the excessive amount of enemies on screen ready to fuck you up. Woody's got a bigger hitbox than what should be allowed, and his fucking pull string does no damage. It only stuns people. Your only commands are jump and string at people. The fucking fiercest of attacks, I might add. I could only get to the 4th level over and over before running out of lives and dying, so I decided to cheat the game to make it playable. Turns out they did give us an invincibility code, but accessing it is stupid. On the easiest difficulty, head to where the army men are, hop down 2 shelves, and duck for about 5 seconds. Your sheriff badge will begin to spin, and voila, you got it. The fuck is that shit?
Anyways, blindly playing through it, I tried to imagine playing this game without unlimited HP and found myself frustrated for something I didn't even have to experience. Some of these levels are incredibly enraging, even when I was cheating. Like, it took me 20 goddamn years to figure out how to get this tire around Buzz in this boss fight. Also, all the story sequences play out without any sound. And sometimes they make up their own thing. Like, do you remember when in the movie that Woody has a dream about Buzz that turns into this giant fucking boss fight where he's shooting lasers and fireballs and stuff? I don't remember that! Or how about when you're thrown into a first-person perspective puzzle game where you have to grab a bunch of aliens and deliver them further into the claw machine? Levels like this with variety are just tossed at you out of nowhere, such as the ones where you're driving the RC car. The controls are so fidgety and awkward, and getting through these is honestly a stroke of luck. You run out of battery power so fast, and it's revealed in these segments that Andy and his family are a bunch of messy hoarders. Clean up, for God's sake! Or how about the final level, where you're flying with Buzz and Woody to get back on the moving van. It's like that part with the flying carpet in Aladdin, but on steroids and also impossible. I don't think that they intended for anyone to beat this game at all.
Here it comes!
But if you're like me, you finally cheat your way through it and you're given a set of credits completely lacking any kind of music or satisfaction. Then we're brought back to the empty, musicless, soulless title screen to stare at Woody's stupid fucking selfish face, which is honestly just a reflection of how I feel. Philosopher Leo Tolstoy once said that a work of art may be defined by the emotion a person feels after observing an object. Quote, "The stronger the infection, the better is the art as art." Toy Story for the SNES fills me with an enraging sense of disgust, something that has infected my mind to the point of making a video, so according to him, it may be a work of art. But I say fuck that, fuck Tolstoy, and fuck Toy Story! What is it that happened to make all of these licensed movie and TV show video games so garbage? Not long before this, and even sometime after this, brilliant tie-ins were being created. Capcom and Virgin made solid titles with the Mickey Mouse and Lion King franchises, but something clicked and someone dropped the ball. I'm gonna blame Toy Story solely for this. However, Traveler's Tale does have one more game in this video, and it's alright. Let's talk a little bit about Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
Almighty Jesus in heaven, they finally did it! After being responsible for Toy Story and games like Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic R, and even the aforementioned A Bug's Life, Traveler's Tale made another decent game. Toy Story 2 is like any other 3D platformer from the era, but it actually feels good. Each level has multiple objectives that you can complete, so if something's giving you a hard time, you don't have to worry about it so much. Buzz is pretty simple and solid to control, so you'll never really have to struggle too much. Well, with the exception of the camera. The camera is pretty fucked as well as the pole jumping, but these were standard things in this era. There was no auto lock-on or any other magical 21st century bullshit yet. Also, I don't know how they did it, but Toy Story 2 has a killer soundtrack. It's jazzy, fun, memorable, and completely fits the Toy Story atmosphere. It's weird going back to the original where it's all like, to merely 4 years later with this. Yo, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's flawless or even a fantastic video game. It's just that for a movie tie-in, it's good. There's no blatant advertisements, no moments of bad, padded gameplay, levels are well designed, and it doesn't look like someone learned 3D animation the day before release. I mean, sure, it definitely feels like a PS1 game, what with the level loading screens being so 1999. The voice acting is bit crushed to all hell, there's snippets from each movie tossed inside without any context, and there's moments where the controls and camera make me want to die. I don't even really like Toy Story in the first place because I think we're celebrating selfish masculine culture and rewarding Machiavellian tendencies, but overall it's a good time, 7 out of 10.